Good evening, folks. This is Diamond from the Oppenheimer Ranch Project on Saturday evening, November 4th, 10:59 p.m. Mountain, 2017. You're looking at the observed snow depth in North America for November 4th. We still have 6 more weeks until winter. Let's get on with the grand solar minimum update. Deadly monsoon rains hit Chennai, 74% of average season rainfall in just 8 days. Southern India is getting crushed. Cosmic ray influence. Since the northeast monsoon set in on October 27th, just 7 days ago, the city of Chennai, capital of Tamil Nadu, state of southern India, has recorded 21.8 inches of rain. 74% of the long-term average it receives annually in this rainy season. Schools and colleges have been shut since the 31st, and rain-related incidents have claimed at least 12 lives so far, local media reports. Residents fear that recent heavy spell will lead to a repeat of the 2015 deluge, which 421 people lost their lives. This is a sad condition. If you look at this this map here, this progressive precipitation map, southern India is going to continue to get whacked. So heads up, those of you who know people in southern India, send them a prayer. Talking about earthquakes, I had a nice video today on the Samoa and the central Wyoming Thermopolis quake and the rarity of this quake. So if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. Moving on to volcanoes. Central Mexico's Popocatepetl Volcano has scattered ash on 2 nearby towns on Saturday following a series of minor eruptions. Cosmic ray influence. The National Disaster Prevention Center, which monitors volcanic activity, said some 200 low-intensity exhalations and 3 explosions had taken place early Friday and ended early Saturday. Heads up, Mexico. Moving over to Australia, 6 weeks before summer and a bitter cold snap with record lows plunging Australia back into winter. Snow is forecast. You will get links to all of these. Glen Ellen racked up the biggest rainfall for October in Illinois. October was one of the wettest on record in over a century for Illinois and Glen Ellen, racking up the most inches of rainfall. After days of thunderstorms and ongoing rain in October, Glen Ellen logged in 16 inches of total rain for a single month, according to data from the Illinois State Weather Survey. The research found that this October landed the top 10 wettest Octobers since 1895, with a statewide average of 5 inches of rainfall. Now, what that means is there are wetter years before this, during the Glassberg minimum and earlier, probably during the Dalton. Days after sunny, dry weather, record-breaking snowfall hits British Columbia's south coast. This is very rare for the beginning of November. Just days after residents of British Columbia's south coast were basking in sunny and dry weather, the first snowfall of the season hit the region. I'll leave you links to this. Surprise snowstorms, floods, and late hurricanes define November weather extremes in Virginia. November is back and forth. Virginia is up and down. That is the grand solar minimum. Here are some other November amazing things that happened. Notice the 1861 date, 1950s. I'll leave you links to this. How unusual was the dump of snow on Kamloops yesterday? This is in BC. If snow keeps falling in the interior the way it did yesterday, it could be the snowiest November Kamloops has had in the past few years. The city received 7 centimeters of snow at low elevations. Environment Canada meteorologist Lisa West says due to wind gusts and more snow at higher elevations, the city likely receives more snow than in different areas. Snowfall amounts are recorded at the Kamloops airport. This Arctic front made its way across the province, triggering special weather statements from Environment Canada. Dropping temperatures Sunday, a cool weekend ahead for Minnesota. Here's the snow forecast. That looks like St. Cloud right in the middle of 4 to 6 inches. Don't put away those snow shovels yet. Get ready for more snow this weekend. This has come from Bellingham, Washington. After a daybreak, another Arctic blast is due to hit Wheaton County Saturday night, and early Sunday forecasters said. This is our next threat of precipitation. Bueller said snow this early in November is unusual. The record for the earliest snowfall was October 28th. So this is snow just 6 days later. Meanwhile, Bellingham is poised to break a record for the lowest maximum daily temperature by 4 p.m. Friday. The mercury had reached only 34 degrees, far lower than the previous low maximum temperature set in 1994. Other records could fall this weekend too, Bueller said. The record low maximum for the 4th is 38 in 1973 and 40 in 73. Records breaking everywhere. Here's the snowpack for November in North America. Much different than last year. There was no snowpack in Colorado at this time. I live here. And there certainly wasn't feet up here in this region. Here's the forecast moving forward. The snow is going to continue in the northwest with snow tomorrow forecast for half of the state of Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, northern Utah, northern Nevada, and we have snow in all of Seattle, all of Oregon, all of Washington, and northern California. This is the forecast for Monday. The snow and the cold is going to continue to move this front to the East Coast, and they're going to get flooding. And there will be cold air behind this for the middle of the craton. And then that cold air is going to continue to move and engulf the Northeast by Tuesday. It's a heads up. Snow is deep. We have 6 weeks till winter. Welcome to the Grand Solar Minimum. Be safe, everyone.